Invoida. Oh. Apotheosis. That's neat. Kitty cats. Let's see, we got normal starting stuff. Anything different over here? Okay, starting to think there might be something over here. Well, whatever that is, that's new. Oh yeah, right, the trees are very strong. Wouldn't it have been feasible? I'll have you know that there are people out there that will max their levels out in the tutorial area just to do it. It sounds like a horrible experience, a nightmare through and through. But they're out there. I've definitely seen a YouTube video where it's like, reaching max level in the starting area. I'm like, why? Like, the question of can you do it is yes, you don't have to test it to find out. Killing things gives experience. It would just take an incredibly long period of time to do it. No testing required. Math. Just math is required. And we know there's one new thing because we saw it through the ground. That's new. Can't pick you guys up. Oh, they die! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. We just confirm that bottles are working as intended. Are they following me? You guys my friends now? Just fixing your problem. It's it. Are you riding the cart right now? He's just in the cart. That's his ride. That's his whip. Stop shooting the fireflies, you sick bastard. Enjoy being on fire. And taking no damage, apparently. Broke your ride. Wow, he drops a lot of money. Wow. Your power's plateaued. 50 more levels would not have gotten me that much more AR in my moonlight. Larger health bar and FP bar. And resistances. Those scale up. You know what? Yeah, why not? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I? Come on, corpse! Ruining everything. There we go. I will take this over this. Part of my brain is still, like, operating on the inverted gravity mod. What's in my bag? Red sands. Grass and gold. Red sand. What the hell is that? Oh! It's alive! I feel like patience is involved with both of those. Like, I think for all the Souls games, patience is the name of the game. Ew! Got some, like, weird snot on me. What the patience is supposed to be, learning the rhythms of the enemies you're fighting and the rhythms of your weapon and your build. And then combining those two things for victory. Apparently, FromSoft has referred to the upcoming DLC as coming out quote-unquote soon?
Hello there.
Which caused the internet to lose its mind. Thought experiment, what's going on? How are you? It's like, what's soon mean? Doing good? Good. We're checking out Apotheosis, a mod. Oil stayed, Wormblood was involved in the shifts. Is there any Wormblood in here? Water transformed. Oh, I think Wormblood's now water. Flammable worms, that would have been very cool. Flaming worms rolling by. Bah, indeed. Gotta rush the Halig tree. I doubt it's coming out that soon. Like, we haven't gotten a trailer yet. Pretty sure a trailer would happen first, and then we have a few more months to go. Whenever a trailer drops, that'll be like the countdown for 6 or less months before. Although, maybe we can get a trailer pretty soon. They could always release it in February and just have it coincide with the original release date. Hello. Sphere of Acid. Oh yeah, we're playing a mod. We should look at the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 new perks in the game now. And whoa! Like 80-something new spells? Plenty more bosses and enemies added to the game as well. This is a sizable mod, isn't it? Cast a powerful sphere of acid, melting everything in its path. Is it? It's a projectile. I mean... that might piss someone off. We'll find out. MacLeod's cocoon. If I had to guess, like, it would make sense for the cocoon in Moog's Palace to be where you access the DLC. Is this still a 3-cast with unlimited spells? Looks like it might be. Alas. Could be from Millennia's Arena. Like, the Millennia turns into a big old cocoon. That'd be one place to start from. But you do use the cocoon for, like, a feature in the game. And by cocoon, I mean a big old flower.
Hey!
What's this? Metal. Endo, what's up? Been doing alright, How are you? Oh yeah, got... What is red sand? Yeah, we're checking out the Apotheosis mod. Before this, I was playing a mod where the gravity was inverted. That was a real brain bender. I thought there was gold in here. Gonna eat some red sand. Ingesting red sand. We're blazed. Never can tell. Well, let's do the rest of those trucks. Blazed as hell! Usual concepts don't apply. You hear the word blah, 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 echoing and shifting. Whoa, 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 whoa. The evolution has shifted. Your sense life is no longer what it used to be. What was the name that popped up? God, I remember. Yeah, I think we shifted enemies. Red sand is a very good addition. Let's package this bad boy up. You have to do more of that in 5 minutes. I was just getting blazed. Didn't know it was gonna work that way. Volcanic egg. How'd you do that? See, that's more what I was expecting there. You know me, expert at Noitas. What is that dude doing here? Why? Why are all these wizards here? Symbol? Bleeding eye? What? Feels warm in the touch. Yearns for a new home. It's a volcanic egg. Think it was a status effect to one of the enemies? Oh, maybe. We got new stuff here. Please stop making that noise. I wondered, maybe if I put the egg in the lava? No. No. Let's take that back. Guess not. Ah. Oh yeah. Drugs. Left. Take a dip in the lava. I just did to get my egg. Dip my toesies in. Dense volcanic rock. So we probably want to deliver this somewhere. The question is, where? Oh, thank you. 4 damage? That's it? Oh my god. More friends? That's not good. And we could put it in the lake under Colmy. Could also just be new biomes in the worlds. Don't yet know how this changed the worlds. Get tired of these little bastards! Get out of here! Your senses deceive you. Yeah, that one enemy seems to create phantoms. Not afraid of you anymore. I know you're not real. This ain't your biome. God, there was a lot of friends all wanting to play with me. Someone's got the acid wand in there. Okay, alright. I was gonna do drugs, but... looking pretty crowded over there. Oh, hell no. I want to see new perks. Curious what they are. A sphere of teleportation. Delightful. Unlimited casts. Well, now I don't have to find bottles of the stuff in order to do what I need to do. Ow. No! Oh my! Oh, a bit dangerous. I believe it's time for me to be on my way. Yeah, you put that on a trigger, you have yourself a powerful spell. Shooting it from the hip here. A little problematic. Come on, I want to get out of here. Thought I made the gods angry at me when I shot that acid last time. Explosion immunity. Like they make it seem like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, enemies blow up when they die. Cool. Give me more of that, please. It's not a problem for me. I'm immune to explosions. Three bubbles? This does 5 damage, this does 8 damage, so yeah. Yeah, the fire is the problem. Oh, whoops. They forgot to put my other stuff. Wait a minute. Dense volcanic rock. Entered core mines. I think I figured out where the egg wants to go. This is not a great time for me to be somewhere new. Oh my god, we balanced it on its chain. Amazing. Okay, well. I don't know what you are. Of all the times to forget to put dynamite back in my goddamn arms. Piles of diamond everywhere. Whatever those things are. So where am I in relation to everything else? Aha, pacifist. Thank you. Alright, we know how the egg works. Was not prepared for what the egg did. That was more money than it should have been? I'm starting to think I am kind of deep. Rerolls at 400? The egg sent me to a new biome. I don't know where that biome was. No, it said volcanic core. So it wasn't just like the lower works or hell or anything. I want none of this. Pollen is for perverts. It's not true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that. We don't hear. Get my house. I'm gonna use life alert. I don't want to re-roll again. We'll just take extra item. It's not great. The worst thing, though. Like, I don't know if we're about to enter Hisi base or not. If we are, I want this on my bar. Boop, 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 boop. I guess Ahisi was here. Yeah, Ahisi base, alright. So we got teleported back to where we should have been after going someplace new. Huh. I want to go to the right, thank you. Just vomit. Vomit wands. A great quote for the 1000th quote. My god, 1000. Some of those probably need to be cleared out of there. There's probably some, like, duplicates. Enjoy the box, loser. Merry Christmas. Clear my request queue? What's that? What are you talking about? What's a request queue? I gotta pee. I have all my coffee like coursing through me and I'm dancing on my seat. Hold on, BRB. Alright, let's continue learning about Apotheosis. That's an enemy made of ball of water? Okay, something's going on down there. And what's that? Well, bounce just right. There we go. There we go. You hurt my friend! How dare you! Go get him, baby! Listen, Daddy's gonna stay here, you fight our bad enemies. You hurt my son! No one messes with my family. See? That's what happens when you mess with family. Come on, guess right. Damn it. Wow. That was a loud airplane that just flew by. It's the other way. Alright. Let me just be doubly sure of this. Yep, alright, I gotta go left. Unless, I mean, nothing to say it has to be in this mod. They could have removed the hourglass. No, no one would do that. That'd be sick and wrong. Sick and wrong. Go away. Thank you. Alright, we're not getting in there. You know, I should snort more lines of red sand. Just so you know, the word was figured out, but the word hint is this term refers to a long, tall, willowy blade of grass. Starts with letter W. Is also the name of a location in in Britannia has the word straw in it. Those are all your hits. 1, 2, 3. That's how much gold I have. Or health I have. That's what happens when you mess with me. Give me the gold. Loser. Also, how's it going, Taco? Oh, come... Wow. What, is there a convention? It's okay until that word hit. Just catching up all the word hints. Oh, come on. Woo! That word sucked. That was a great word. How dare you? One of the finest words I've ever seen. When are you gonna make that instrument solo? Oh yeah. Listen, I'm catching up on all the stuff. We're doing the stupid movies this weekend. Which means probably this weekend I'll put it together. Come on! Hey, remembering stuff is hard. No one knows how it even works. Human brain's a mystery that way.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? That's
What the hell is that?
Scream real loud!
What is that thing? Is it dangerous? Didn't even drop any money. Window straw. Well done. Oh. Yeah, little guy's a jerk. You know they have Britophobia. Son of a... 27 health. Another weird skull boy over there. Scary dots floating by me. And what is that? Volcanic cloud. Please, leave alone. You son of a bitch! You collapsed it! God damn it! My hard work! No! Come on! Not fair! What a bastard! Hello? It's Sphere of Teleportatium, thank you much. Thank you much. Ant nest, hey? What self-respecting ant would let wasps into their home? Please. Ooh, some healthy-ass ants. At 27 health, I don't think I could be in this ant hive. These are ass ants. They're very closely related. But do they like each other? They friends? They go to the movies together? They hang out? God, he's summoning scary ants. Okay. Personal cursed orb thrower. I see you getting ready to make the gods angry. Could I convince you not to do that? Whoa, thought experiment. Thank you for gifting those subs. Everyone enjoy your subscriptions. From the very kind and generous thought experiment. It's a good kind of thought experiment right here. Well, thank you very much. Oh my god, it's a long list. Chat's just a list of all the names. Man. Well, thank you very much. How you doing? I think we're gonna give that a reroll. I want to see a new perk. They keep giving me the old ones. You know, before I go any further, am I changing anything? Creates a volcanic rain of lava and ash. Hey, hey! Hey! Back up! Yo, I was gonna try some of these new spells. But then this guy started running at me. I had to defend myself. Makes a projectile turn the creature it hits into a living cursed orb thrower. Oh, interesting. That's a nice addition to the personal throwers. Which wish there were only 2 before. Wish I had me one of those nice triggers or timers. Well, that's what it's like. That's what it does right there. It's beautiful. I wonder if there's like lava immunity as one of the perks. It's perfect in every way. That's your wand right there. Maybe not at the moment. 0.1, 0.6, 460, 151. Yeah, my current vomit wand is fine as it is. Ooh, huck that in there. Have anything that could increase the reload speed of it? I feel like this slowed things down. Do it, boo! I don't have any means of using that. What are you doing here? Go back to your weird house. Just your normal Giga discs. You know, they look smaller than I'm used to. Oh, thought experiment. Never apologize for that. That's entirely on my end. I can make that stop. I won't. I won't do it. Boop, boop, boop. It's music to my ears. Besides, there's only one left now. Crazy Red's gonna pop up. Here he comes, ready? And the end. Yeah, thanks again. Here. Much appreciated. Happy September. Bathe in their blood. Wash the poison off. The Vomit Wand should not be getting you this far. What's wrong with Vomit Wand? When in doubt, just have a wand shoot whatever it can as quickly as it can. Standard operating procedure. Boo-doo-doo. Oh, new mushroom friends down there? Whoa, what was that? Wizard? Oh, many wizards. That looks like a new wizard? Out of here. I don't know what that projectile is, but I fear it. What is going on in there? Alright, I have 243 health. What is happening to my wizard?
Hey!
Mana degradation. Sucks the mana away. What's going on, Callie? You did indeed. I don't think you were here yesterday, Callie, but we finally got a win on the roguelike mod in Rift Wizards. With a really stupid build, too, it was fun. The crowd over here. Whatever that is, it sucks the mana out of me. In fact. I'm trying to get high over here. You ruined my high. Harshing my mellow, man. Alright. Time to change reality up. Thanks, Rodingus. It was actually a thought experiment. You see oil shifting around. There's a little bit of mud here. I don't see anything transformed. Toxic rock. Oh, oil became... Oil is that. So, robots are gonna be interesting to fight. Yeah, it's gonna be real awkward for robots. Ah! Ah! Alright, what is in there that's making that effect? The shit is it? He's floating away. Oh! Damn, man! Will he forget and take oil blood later on? Yes. Actually, yes. Out of here. I want to go kill this weird thing. This gentle giant, who apparently means me no harm. Sitting, whoa! On the porch with building doors open. One of your stupid apartment neighbors left their gas on again. That's not safe. My first test of our new shifted reality. Underwhelming. Oh, Mont? Why no oxygen in here? Oh, this is all smoke. What is going on here? That's some really dense smoke. Humans can't be trusted with gas. There's a rich vein for fart jokes in this conversation at the moment. Just ride that little waterfall down. You're a fart joke. Oh, thank you. Well, I gotta smoke some red croc rock. Croc rock. Is it 180 like the other stuff? Let's find out. Oh, the gods. Taika Sava. Taika Sava. Which enemy is Taika Sava? Hydromancy. Oh shit, what's this? Giga Bomb? That's like the living wand? Something changed about the living wands then. How do I still not have any triggers? Yeah, come get me, bud. What's the matter? You stuck? Oh, damn. Not stuck enough. This is mostly gonna be a problem for me. Best idea I've had all day. In the end, it was kicking that killed the beast. Thank you, blood. Reduce mana cost by 30 and increase fire rate when wet. Oh, wetomancy. You didn't think it was a good idea, and yet who's dead and who's alive? Best idea I had all day. I'm dead inside. Let's see. I would like Giga Bomb. And that's the only other new spell up here. I mean, I always want Drilling Shot. If we can get homing of some kind, and maybe longer lifetime, increased lifetime, Volcanic Cloud could be a very stupid and fun thing to play with. Just have it follow someone forever. I still can't build something better than just vomiting useless projectiles at somebody. I'll make it vomit more types of projectiles, I guess. I do want to check out Giga Bomb. That slows the wand down too much. Well, let's check out Giga Bomb. Alright. I'm not... I don't know if that necessarily has, like, a much larger explosion radius than a normal bomb. Like, it seems pretty comparable. Notice before I watched on some of your videos, and see it as often on the stream. Are you recovering from long COVID or something? I have scars in my lungs from pneumonia from a while back. And, like, it's very easy for, like, irritation to happen in there, like my bronchial passageways. So, add in, like, I've always had kind of bad allergies. It means a lot of coughing. And it's in particular been a pollen-heavy day out here for some reason. Like, to the point where I got an alert on my phone, like, hey, just so you know, super polleny. It's annoying. Like, oof. Makes everything worse, coughing all the time. The real issue is the scars on the lung thing. A lot of, like, sicknesses will just kind of settle in there. So, like, last year, around December, January, I had a bad time. I got real sick. But that's the deal. A lot of acid friends hanging out. And a lot more electricity than I would like. Me too. And it's mostly just frustrating. Like, it's not too bad. Who is this man? Swapper, please. I don't have anything to put out fire, so it's just a race against time right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Okay. Just had to go quick. Oh yeah, you're here. Let's just pick up the fire immunity while I'm in front of him. Bomb fight. The word hint has been, the word rather, has been figured out, but I can still give you hints if you want to figure it out on your own. The word sucked. What do you got? You got something against British words? My main complaint is I've gone through all the floors. I have not found one timer or trigger, which is very frustrating for putting fun wands together. Although this is a nice quick wands, so I think I know what's about to happen. Ghost, get the hell out of here. Take the tower out? You think the tower exists? We have no proof the tower's here. Excuse me. But yes, we can head tower way. Huck all my garbage spells in this wand. Vomit wand. If I throw this in there. Yeah, sure. Yes, this is called Sell Hole. It just lets you sell stuff. I like Noita a lot, but I've always been a little sad that the Holy Mountain is just a row of things to buy and a perk, and that's it. Like, it doesn't feel like you can interact too much in there, so the Sell Hole's just It's a nice way to let you use stuff that's otherwise useless. And all the other new things you see are from the other mod, which is Apotheosis, which has hundreds of hours of new content in the game. So in between looking for the new content in the beta branch, this will be a fun mod to return to. Hello, teeth. That's what this needed, more ghosts. Inverted was fun. There's definitely problems, though. Chief among them, if you take out a bottle, you will automatically throw the bottle, which is not great. Have you ever seen the movie Holy Mountain? Yes, but a long time ago at this point. God, that's right, screw you. What is that? Alright, Jodorowsky's great. We were denied his vision for Doom. What the hell is this? I don't know what that did. Oh, it looks like things... Interesting. We should do more Red Rock. Never watched his Dune? It's a weird experience. Duck wizard? Duckomancy. I would say it's worth watching once, but honestly, Villeneuve's newer Dune movie blows it out of the water. But really, just watching anything David Lynch made is worth doing at least once. Man, they really scaled up what's going on down here. Oh, he dropped a wand? How the hell are you now? What's going on, Tom? Every iteration of Dune had something I really liked. Oh, yeah. What would Rock Mage do? Slothers of the Homing Rock? I mean, if he knows how to use rock, yes. If it's not a homing rock, are you even trying? Playing Lies of Pinocchio? I'll play more of that. Probably on Sunday. It's a good continuing game that we started, but is also Halloween appropriate. It works in the Spooktobers. Gets much more Halloween appropriate. That seems to be the case from what I saw so far. Is that one of my favorite spells? Multicast between 4 to 8 random spells. Hello there. That sounds delightful. I would like to see that in action. Aquamine. Well, this is all old spells, so I'll take this. I made it easier? Like what specifically? Like individual boss adjustments? Core gameplay stuff? It wasn't that hard, but I suppose all these games usually get some kind of balance adjustment in the modern day, even Elden Ring. They made it less tanky and reduced some of the item weights. That just sounds good. That sounds much better. Stagger windows longer, good. And less HP on the boss and enemies, good. Like, the game wasn't hard, but like some of those enemies, it's just like a patience test for me. Some of those, like, health sponge enemies were just... just felt like it was taking time. Not testing me in any way. Don't like seeing balance updates so close to release. I think it depends. Like, overall, I'm pro looking at the numbers. So, like, if you put a game out, and you're like, okay, now that we're going through here, we could see, like, 85% of people are having a lot of difficulty with X, Y, or Z. That's probably just a smart move. What is this? Oh, I think these crystals do curse greed stuff. I'm not even, like, angry at the bosses for being large health pool tanks. It's the mini-bosses. Like, not even the mini-bosses, they're just... Like, every level you do will have 6 or 7 big boys. And those guys have just so much health. Oh, that's a polymorph sphere. That's what balance testers are for. That's why I said, like, it depends on the game. Like, Lies of P, I feel like balance testers could have figured that out. Something super large, like Elden Ring, I could see that being more of a, like, okay, now that we have millions of people playing. True, it is a smaller company. There we go. Hello there, Mr. Clancy. How are you? Dead Cells? Is that some sort of new game? Never heard of that one before. Oh. Anyway, hello there, everybody. Standard spiel, Chris, shake the box, blood blue, play all kinds of stuff. What we got going on right here is a mod for Noita called Apotheosis. It adds like 100 new spells, a good amount of new enemies, new perks. I haven't seen any new perks yet. Most importantly, a new kind of drug to do, which is like my favorite part of Noita, is just like huffing drugs. So let's start doing more drugs. Drugs. Currently, I'm snorting lines of something called red sand. Oh no, I don't have enough to do 180 seconds. No! Well, now I just got high for no reason. God, what's even the point? Is this what it's like to be, like, some sort of drug addict? Oh, whoops! He's having fun down there. Oh, come on, Gigabomb. What even is that? Got him. Oh god, I'm so high. Screen's all wobbly. My wand is just a bunch of garbage that I shoot out randomly. Didn't find any good stuff. Well, I found good stuff, but I didn't find any triggers or timers, so I can't do anything with the good stuff without killing myself. Okay, time to go. Time to go. Always, Audrey, always. Well, yeah, hold on. Where's that thing I wanted to try? 4 to 8 random spells. Just huck that in the wand that's shooting out random garbage. See what happens. Oh, is it just random spells that are already in the wands? That's not as exciting. Creates an explosive aquamine with subtle homing properties. Enjoy. Ugh. Hold on, I want him to traverse a minefield. He couldn't make. Excuse me. Oh shit, we were supposed to do the tower. Well, Noel's gonna be very important. What is that? Personal nuke thrower. Okay, well, gotta pick up that. I kinda need Nola. Burst Larpa. Oh, baby. Some of these sound very good. Omega Saw Blade, of course. We're gonna have to use the Omega Saw Blade and Nola to get out of here. It's our only way out. Alright, I need to sell a bunch of garbage. Let's see. Everything in this one can go. This will be stuff I'm gonna hold on to. Hold on to you. Oh my god, it's a timer. Alright, we got one. Hold on to those. Those are for daddy. I'll sell a couple of these. I'll hold on to 2 of those. One of those. Don't need TNT anymore. Plasma beam. Hydromancy. We got a timer now. We could use the cloud. I would like homing with that too. A cloud of lava just chasing someone sounds like a lot of fun. Anyone try the new Kevid Alpha that was released yesterday? At least I assume that's Alpha. Tell me more. I have not. I didn't see anything posted about that in the Discord. The Kevid Discord. Hydromancy on your aquamines. As long as I'm wet. Wet and ready. It's a shuffle wand. Let's just hold on to this, and everything else can go. Alright, gotta get the personal nuke thrower. I mean, that's just required. Hello. Alright, anything else I need? I kinda want that larpa. Oh, those timers gone. They're right here. Hold on to random cast. Multicast between 4 to 8 random spells. Oh, it's a multicast. Oh, weird. I mean, it's good for the vomit wand. There were timers on the wand you just sold. Which ones were they? I wasn't paying attention. I got the ones I wanted. Creatures of the 7th Plague Arc. What? I'm gonna have to take a look at this. The timing on this one sounds very good. I guess gonna do some swapsies. Gonna hold on to this one now. Even weirder because it wasn't a feature Friday. Usually K's Cut is always on Fridays. Boop. Bubble with timer? Oh, in that case, yeah, I'm fine with what I did. No complaints from me. And is that formation wall? That's a new one. Hello there, larpa. Vomit wand only becomes more and more powerful. Did I take my perk yet? No. Okay, good. Even better. That wand's a little bit on the slow side, so I'm just gonna sell it. Now throw saw on there. So this is the saw that will turn around and head back toward us, but it won't rip through the land. So this is the spell that we need for digging. It was announced on Twitter and Reddit. Oh, that's right! I did see, they said, Patreon backers, we have a special thing for you guys. And I was like, oh, I won't pay attention to that. This game happened before I was aware of the Patreon. By Patreon, I was meant to say the other thing. Kickstarter backers. I think it was Kickstarter backers I saw the amounts of for. Okay, duration of the spell is set to 0. How dangerous a digging spell is this now? Don't listen to Creedmoor. Creedmoor is a Philistine who doesn't realize that Caves of Cut is the single greatest video game ever made. Oh, I definitely would have found out. I mean, I'm already in the Discord, and I was like, okay. It's not an announcement for me, so I won't look at it. Kitty cat? Stainless armor's always good, but I'm gonna re-roll in the hopes of seeing something new. Well, now we have to go to parallel worlds. We have to do a parallel, we have to. And I want to see what the world map is like. Alright, I don't think we need all 4 of these on a wand to dig. I think we probably just need the one, which would be a lot faster. Yeah, that should be good. This is our very bad digging wand. God, if only we could find the nullifier. Null spell. Null spell would be really helpful right about now. Kinda want formation wall. That might be an interesting way to go. Sorry, very light meow happened. Threw me off. Gigabomb, put you away. So this wand is very fast. It's a non-shuffle. Gonna put a little storage down here for a second. You ever test anti-homing on Saw? Yes. It doesn't stop it from murdering you. do a multicast. Projectile cast copies. Multicast on... I guess if it's a multicast, anything I put ahead of it is going to be treated as a modifier for everything inside of it. Alright, Vomit Wand. And now I have this empty and this empty. We'll sell this one. Huck you in there. Bubbly. Let's get Formation Wall. I just like testing new things. Like, what's that gonna do? Nothing because of that multicast and the burst larpa. Let's put this here. Here we go. Oh, I need a non-shuffle to test it on. Whatever, if I shoot enough times, it'll figure it out. Damn cast delay. Alright, that was probably the Formation Wall. Or... that was just 3 spells, maybe? Let's see. Does it count as being used? Alright, we saw it happen. Wasn't so noticeable. Personal nuke thrower. That's the good one right there. 250 mana drain. How do I want to put this together? So this one is going to be my digging wand. I need a new non-shuffle wand. This one will do just fine. I'll hold on to Formation Wall for funsies. Sell that. Buy this. Intense Concentrated Light. Random Modifier. Ground to sand. Let's sell this. This. Hold on to that. Sell you. Put you up there. Cool. I want to make non-shuffle wand of a timer with a mine, damaging fields, hydromancy, and personal nuke thrower. That right there is a scary motherfucker. If it hits you, everybody dies. Maybe even me. So that's good. Like that. And this bottom wand is nothing. Do I want heavy shot? Nah. Heavy shot's good. I just don't want it. 90 mana drain. Do you think that's enough vomit? When you absolutely want to hit someone with a bubble. God, if I can get add mana on there. Well, this is one way to dig. You know what? Hold on. Until I reach the top, we're gonna do this. Slightly faster digging. Then I'm gonna have to come back down and put it back in my combat wounds. Come on. Oh my god. How did we not see any black holes today? So I've been watching the new season of Takeshi's Castle. It's obviously great. What was really fun is we were all hanging out and chatting, and I turned and I said, you know, I just remembered. They announced, like, last year that Takeshi's Castle was coming back for a brand new season. And that is buck wild. I wonder when it's going to be on TV. And we took out our phones, and it happened to be that day. Specifically, this was on Tuesday, the 26th. It was just like, holy hell. How did my brain know to think about this today? Gigabomb's, like, not that impressive. I'm just gonna say goodbye. Cursed Rack, here we go. Okay, millennial with your phones. Whatever, Dad. You just don't understand. If we find another non-shuffle one, we're obviously gonna have to put something together here. I'm gonna fight. Our good friend, Connie with that landmine that causes personal nuke thrower to happen. That sounds like a fun way to fight Connie. I don't think they'll be able to fight back effectively with that one. But also we'll all be dead. In my day, we had to twist a knob on a phone until someone talked to us. Uphill both ways. The oldest millennials like myself had pagers. Go on. Don't you want to see what happens if you touch it? I think my favorite part is that this wand has 32 degrees spread to it. Woof. Not great. Accuracy, not available. Are we still, like, the cause of all societal ills? Are millennials still killing every industry? I hope we are. Come on, I want someone to show me how irresponsible this wand was. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Trying my best, but some industries just won't die. It's my generation now. Apparently, we just don't want to work. Your generation doesn't understand that you're supposed to work extra hours for no pay. Like, come on. I think most of us never wanted to do it. It's in the name. Not to go all Gen X, but I remember seeing a mobile phone for the first time when I was like 10 in an episode of Chips. How dare you! Suck bubbles. Aw, come on. Alright, how far to the right can you go? We've got to dig a circle around this stupid ghost. Out of my way. We're an entire generation between boomers and millennials, damn it. I think I just missed the cutoff. Like by 2 years. You just kept quiet. Kept to the back. Made sure no one noticed you. You made the right call. Otherwise, you'd be being blamed for everything. Just carving out a new path in life. You know, now I think about it. God, I feel old. I remember my grandparents having a bag phone in their car. What's a bag phone? What year were Gen X folks born? That's my... I need that answer. For me to understand. Don't just make things up to trick us kids. You're 41 and you're a millennial. Gen X is born before 1980. Oh, never mind. I did not just miss the cutoff then. That's 6 years. That was a scary misclick, but we're okay. There were no enemies to set off the nuke part. Yeah, I think we still count as elder millennials. Lucky us. Someone looks at me funny. I'm gonna use the scary wand. Oh my god. 40-degree spread. Well, these guys cannot survive just the damaging field alone. Please don't call me elder anything ever again. I like being an elder something. Yeah, come on. Try and cross through here. See what happens.
Oh no.
Rip, what's going on? How are you now, Rip? I'm pretty sure you could. There's someone else above 40 if we use context clues from before. Oh lordy! Gotta hide in this little hole after what just happened. Danger. Stuck bubbles! Oh, hit 50 a little over a week ago, just out of range. Congratulations. Happy birthday! No, quick, do the drugs before they burn! Yeah, happy half-century. Besides talking about our various ages, how we hate or we're indifferent about it. Doing alright. How you doing, Rip? Don't like how fast this year went. As everyone else will tell you, it only gets faster. Yes, everyone, if you suddenly find yourself in Subbed, Thought Experiment is our generous benefactor. What is this area? We found a new weird place. Me and my bubbles are gonna burn this place to the ground. You dare approach the Bubble Lord? I am Bubble Lord. Alright, little jerks. If I could be even remote— uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, lordy, okay. That's a lot of nukes. That's a lot of nukes. No! Ooh, all according to Keikaku. Pure skill mostly. If I had to sum it up as one thing, it would definitely be unmitigated skill. I think that was a new, like, boss, maybe? Maybe not. It's a new member of this family. There was shit under that pile of rocks? Oh, hey. What do we have here? I gotta make room. You're gone. Oh, you're gone. I need 4 slots. You're gone. And... you know, your formation wasn't that impressive. I gotta go someplace where I can edit my wand. A full heal! Oh, baby! Now that's the kind of thing Noita could use more of. Thank you, Modder. That's a nice thing to find after fighting something. Afflicts every creature in a large radius with a magical polymorphine. Okay, that's exciting. Split shot, 50% chance to duplicate the next cast. Affects every creature in a large radius with a drunken curse. Soaks every creature in a large radius with a magical wetness. No, Chris, you're a creature! How dare you? I'm a divine animal. No, wait, not animal. Damn! I am a beautiful animal. I gotta rewatch. Like, it hasn't been that long since I watched Wizard People Do Reader, but I'm already like, I gotta rewatch Wizard People Do Reader. I want to post in the Discord, but just to make sure everyone knows, we're gonna watch the Hateful movies tomorrow at midnight and Saturday at midnight. I will be belligerent for the entire viewing. Gotta make good on all these stupid things I said. Terrible. Terrible idea on my part. Hey, Paranoia, at this point, I'm more waiting for other people, which is nice for me. Hateful movies I gotta watch. I don't like Avatar, and I said during one of the charity streams, I'm like, yeah, I'll do a screening of both those horrible movies I hate. Because someone made a joke about it. I'm like, yeah, it's good enough. We'll go. So you don't have to watch Avatar. Yeah. Friday midnight, Saturday midnight. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, if you're smart, you're out. Those movies are... I haven't seen the second one, so I shouldn't say movies, but I do not care for Avatar. About to accidentally fight the goddamn dragon. Don't want to fight it when I'm stuck in a tunnel like this. That would be suicide. Since I don't have melee reduction. Yeah, that's also suicide. If I have, like, a set-up little arena, then we could do it. I can't just, like, run in there right now. Have you seen- this thing makes tunnels where you're gonna get stuck on little nooks and crannies. Niblets, little niblets of ground. Like, right there. That's why I gotta make a safe escape tunnel. For years I've dedicated my life to this art, only to foolishly trick myself. For years I thought materia conversion can only be used on solid matter, but only now in my last few days I've come to learn it can be harnessed on magic as well. I can only hope the fruits of my labor will not be forgotten. Yeah, the Avatar movie was more of a technical... Materia, that's what they said, I saw it! More of a technical achievement than an artistic one. To the point where, like, the plot of that movie is just... It's just Dances with Wolves. Those motherfuckers are killing the planet, Cloud. What other Avatar movie could it mean? Avatar: The Last Airbender? M. Night Shyamalan's finest film? But I plan on being very not sober and just making fun of the movie the entire time. I even said in the post, like, if you would like to watch the movie without hearing me ramble drunkenly, deafen. Use the button down there. I know of no such thing. It sounds horrible. I really enjoyed how stupid Unobtainium was. That naming convention was good. Did find amusement there. Other than that, meh. Yeah. They're making an Avatar game? Ugh. Why? I'm gonna be very sad when after a while it becomes apparent that the teleporters are not here anymore. No! The teleporters really aren't here! I think I just tune out whenever they show it. God, Avatar sucked. Wasn't even thinking about seeing the second one. Yep. The only reason why I'm gonna do it is because, as a joke, it was like, yeah, sure, you donate X money to this charity, I'll watch those movies and make a commentary track. And there we are. This could be suicide. No, you spawned way too soon. He's not taking nearly enough damage for this to be a safe thing I just did. There was an ant inside of him? Make that noise again. You can never be too careful. Yeah, Noita is definitely a way you want to stress test your computer. No, I need increased lifetime. Or any kind of homing spell. Come on. Went on a journey of just walking up to people and asking them random questions about Avatar on the premise that no one remembered the movie. He proved his point. Like, one thing that I find interesting about Avatar, like legitimately interesting about it, is it's one of the most profitable movies ever made. And for most of those movies, those are like cultural touchstones for people, you know? Like, they could tell you things about those movies. They're aware of those movies. They remember plot points of those movies. Avatar is like a cultural vacuum. It's weird. Like, people don't remember or care about it in any way. Which is just bizarre. For such a, like, massively profitable movie to, like, have no impacts on the overall cultural zeitgeist. It's like, how did you do that? Testament to the power of marketing. Alright, no teleporters here. That's disappointing. I mean, it doesn't have a useful plot. No. Yeah, it definitely impacted the visual effects industry. That was the point of the video? Yeah. Not the one we want to use. What? The idea that enemies could drop heals is excellent. A++. Always felt, what is that? Creatures hit by a projectile are temporarily revealed through fog of war. Huh. That's an interesting idea. A lot of stuff to, like, discover and explore in this mod. I got, like, the bottom slot here. There isn't anything in there particularly exciting. We could ditch that in favor of new and interesting things. Yeah, it's just weird. Weird to me, that's how it works. Do they all drop heals? This is awesome. Love that. I wonder if it's because we evolved people? Where do we find red sand? I want to evolve people more. Might just be a feature of the red ants. I'm not seeing it popping up for other ants. I'm actually proud of myself for remembering anything from a corridor video. Yeah, Avatar always felt like more of a technical achievement than a movie. And is also like a huge pusher for the 3D film experience. Did everybody bring their 3D glasses? Pew, 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 pew. I'm gonna try shooting this spell. Which is why it getting a bunch of sequels makes no sense to me. Like, sequels imply that there's narrative loose ends that someone creatively felt compelled to wrap up. But that is not the case for Avatar, good lord. So I don't know why we need 5 of those godforsaken movies. What do you think it implies that? I know. What it implies is it made money, therefore it should make more money. That's how it actually is. I know. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I just thought that James Cameron had more integrity than that. Am I about to find that volcano biome again? Or paying attention to the story? No story in that thing. Yeah, we went back into that volcano biome. Neat. We got teleported there last time. I wonder how it's connected. It's connected to the ant caverns. Pew, 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 pew. Kinda surprised James Cameron's still doing those movies. What's James Cameron done between Avatar and Avatar 2? Suddenly realizing I don't think I know what he's been doing recently. You remember better than me, I don't remember it. I remember, like, my thing, I have not great deep sea documentary. Oh yeah, I remember that. Is that all he did in between? Trackzoom can confirm this. I have a garbage memory for most things, except for plots of things I've watched. I can't remember names. Can't remember where I put stuff, but you ask me like what happened in an episode of a show we watched like 3 years ago, I could probably get you the broad strokes at the very least, if not more specific details. Wouldn't be able to tell you the characters' names, but it means I remember what Avatar is about. I might even remember the name of one of the characters, actually. I think Jake Sully is the main character's name. And I hate this movie. I've only seen it once in theaters. Amazing. I actually remembered a name. Anyway, a big old corporation is mining a planet for its unobtainium. There's a native species on that planet that doesn't quite like that. The military, or not the military, a private PMC is involved to try and subjugate those people so the corporation can get what it wants. It has a new system where you can jack into the mind of a artificially grown Na'vi. Our main character is the brother of one of the people that was supposed to be in the program who died, so he can't be in the program anymore. But his biology is compatible. He is also paralyzed from the waist down. So he's very excited when he's put in the machine and has big old blue legs. And then he falls in love while trying to do his job, and ends up becoming a white savior and fighting against the angry buzzcut guy who fights in a robot with a giant Bowie knife. I love the robot holding a giant Bowie knife. I vehemently believe that Avatar should have been a nature documentary of the alien world, voiced by David Attenborough, with no speaking otherwise. I would love that. He also wrote and EP'd Battle, Angel Alita, and Terminator Dark Fate. Oh no. He did a documentary about the Chinese passengers of the Titanic, film scores, vegan athletes, and anti-poaching in Africa. Sounds like he's been doing some, like, worthwhile projects off on the side. Probably to make up for working on Avatar. But yeah, my favorite part of that movie is you have the angry, evil military boy, and he, like, has a knife in his pocket, and he uses it at one point in the movie, and then later on he's in a large mech. Like a mech suit, and that also has a perfect, scaled-up copy of his knife. And I was like, that is my favorite thing in the world. The third best Terminator movie. Yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? Like, Terminator 1 and 2, obviously, those are up there, and I guess that would be the third. The one with Christian Bale isn't the worst movie? It's pretty bad, it's pretty bad, never mind. After 2, all the Terminator movies are pretty... Personal taste aside, not so great. Nice little horizontal, or sorry, diagonal tunnel here. Dark Fate's pretty bad as a Terminator movie, but at least it's competent. Yeah. Okay, now tell me the plot of The Big Sleep. Have I seen The Big Sleep? I don't know if I've seen The Big Sleep. I might not be able to help you with that one. If it's a noir movie, that's extra tricky. Like, I really like The Maltese Falcon, but I would probably struggle to remember a lot of the pertinent parts of that outside of there's a falcon, it's Maltese, and a bunch of people want it. Because noir movies are really bad about, like, making sure you understand who people are and what their actual relationships are with each other. Not even the director knows the whole plot of that movie. Okay, that's good then. If it was any good at film editing, it would make an Avatar fan cut as a nature documentary. Only 20 minutes long, but lovely. Like, that would be a really fun thing. I would love fake nature documentary. Here we see the Na'vi. These large, majestic, cat-like humanoids are very strange in the ecology of this planet. Their hair-like appendages are both used for procreation as well as seemingly recreation. And, perhaps most alarmingly, the taming of other animals. Maltese Falcon's a great movie. I would just struggle to, like, remember, like, this person works for this person, but really, they're in the pocket of this person. What is going on in the background? Is there something hidden here? Is it attached to a larger structure? Okay, it's just the background. I should rewatch The Maltese Falcon. It's been a while. You know, let's see if anything's changed to the right. I need to find me a teleport. I gotta find a bunch of stuff, really. Oh, we have nowhere to, like, edit wands, either. I don't know if we could do a parallel. I guess if we spend time looking, we could find ambrosia. We can make it work. Problem is, if I want to edit a wand, I think I have to go way down low. Actually, no. I could grab a tablet, and I could visit the fishing shack. We could do one edit. So we have to make sure we find all the garbage we need before we do any edits. But we'll use the fishing shack to do it. If it's still here. This mod has changed things up. Obviously, the dragon cave didn't have a direct line to the Leviathan teleports. So that's changed. Not knowing exactly where things are or how they work is an interesting change of pace. Well, that's new. Ooh, there might be new stuff in the pyramid, too. Could just crack our way in there and see. I wanna play with some of these. I wanna use the mass polymorph. What is this music? There's some kind of live band playing in here? Hello? Ow. Ow, ow, ow. What? Okay, bye. No, no. Don't make me take out the scary gun. What is it? What is this thing? I'm scared. I don't think it has a physical body. I don't think we could hit it with a, Oh, my sun orbs are in here. Interesting. Man. I gotta rewatch a bunch of noir movies now that I think about it. I don't think I could really describe most of the events of the Postman Always Knocks Twice. Like, my noir kick is early college. I don't think I've really watched most of them since then. You always mix up the big sleep and the big chill. The big chilly sleep. You haven't figured out how to kill those things properly? I can see why you've been playing a lot of this mod. There's a lot of nice little changes in here. Kiss Me Deadly. It's a sleeper. Is it an older movie? It sounds somewhat familiar, but I don't know. I might have seen. What the hell is this? The sinkhole. Oh, swapper mages! No! Please. Stop. No. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, excellent movie. Phenomenal movie. Excellent Shane Black movie that more people should know about. Dead men don't wear plaid. I'll accept that. That's a movie I should rewatch. I have not seen that movie in ages. But I've been really wanting to rewatch another movie that he is in, even if he doesn't have a huge part. Actually, I suppose he's a decent part. I want to rewatch Little Shop of Horrors. Last time I watched that movie, The Jerk is one of my all-time faves. Love Steve Martin. Yeah, he's great. He plays an excellent dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. Bury me in plaid pajamas. Lost a lot of health in that hole. LA Story and The Jerk are your ties for best Steve Martin film? Oh, best Steve Martin film. I feel like maybe The Jerk is the winner on that one. It's a really good Steve Martin movie. Back to the surface! You know a genre that was really good for a long time and then just stopped being good, and now we don't see them anymore? Good, like, lampoon comedy parody films like Airplane, Hot Shots Part 2, Spy Hard, Naked Gun. The folks that made those, the Zaz folks, they started making really bad movies when they started making, like, Scary Movie 2, 3, 4. And then we don't get them anymore. They got so bad that we just collectively decided, no, we don't need these anymore. Which is a shame, because I really like Airplane, Hot Shots, Spy Hard. But you gotta do it right. Ooh, and Top Secret? God, Top Secret's great. Zucker, Abram Zucker, Zaz. Like, it was just banger after banger, and then suddenly the genre, they forgot how to do it. They did do a TV show. Shit, Traxium almost certainly went to bed. Tom, if you're still awake, what was that TV show? Wait, I don't need you. Go to bed. Angie Tribeca. Has anyone seen Angie Tribeca? That was a television show in the style of, like, a Zaz film. And it was actually very good. Like, they really understood what they were doing. A lot of background jokes. Yeah, they definitely, like, broke up as a group, which is almost certainly what contributed to everything falling apart. But, like, if you're gonna ask me, like, what's the core of that experience, those movies? I feel like the frame is just as rich for jokes as the script is. So, like, you want your characters to have funny jokes that they're saying, but even when, like, exposition's happening, something needs to be funny about the backgrounds, the props, how the scene is shot. Like, it needs to be a gag all the time. Proper screwball. I heard acronym place name. Is it like SLC Punk? SLC Punk's another good one that I should rewatch. But Angie Tribeca is like, if you wanted to make a Zaz-style parody show about, like all those procedural cop shows, like SVU. I forgot all the names of those shows, so my example is done now. You know what I'm talking about, though. All those shows. There's so many of them. But it's real good. Angie Tribeca, if you could find it, give it a watch. Pew, 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 pew. Would you like the worst way to dig? Well, then use the worm wand. But you want the second worst way to dig? I'm using it. God, it's so frustrating. If the wand were faster, it wouldn't be quite as frustrating. Nope, that's not the one. Almost out. All right. Sir? Ow! Hey. You know you're supposed to have nukes going off, right? Did no one explain to you how this works? Ugh. Let's see. I guess I could do like 2 spells. Put both in there, but the cast delay adds like an extra half a second, which is what's making it so slow. No, Orbit Larpa! Orbit Larpa would help. Bigger holes. This is a 0.61, 0.61, 0.5. If we had a slightly faster one, that would help too. Alright, if we want to do a Parallel Worlds, we're not exactly rolling in useful things for that. I think I will go say hi to the Connoisseur of Wands. If we can get edit wands anywhere from him, that would help. I was too goth punk to like it. But now you can appreciate it. Alright. Can I make it across this entire hole? Oh no. 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 R.I.P. Heroin Bob. Lost another one. I don't want no trouble. Gonna use the little nooks in the wall to hide. Does the new Mario game come out in October? Is that gonna be part of the October experience? My brain's just wandering around here. October 20th, yeah, toward the end of the month. I really want to try this new LARPA explosion thing on other spells. I really do gotta get edit ones anywhere. Hey, Ephemeris, you know where the red sand typically shows up? Like, if someone wanted to do a whole bunch of red sand, is there a particular location on the map I should wander around? Are these soundtracks and sound effects part of the mod or vanilla? Those are vanilla. I haven't actually heard anything new in the sound effect or music category yet. Noita has a very good soundtrack, even if it is a little bit sparse. Like, sometimes you wander through the desert for a while and it just doesn't kick in. Which is what these are for. Play me some music. Ah, if you don't know, don't worry about it, femmers. I just wanted to smoke some more red crack rock is all. You know me. Just love me some red crack rock. Ah, God, the music dude's still here. What could hurt music? Well, he did make it all the way to the bottom with just a vomit wand. Just millions of bubbles. That felt good. I feel like if we survive the Connoisseur of Wands, we might hit up the pyramid as well. Gotta smoke all these drugs before they burn up. It would have been a waste not to do those drugs. Have them all burn away. Ooh. Did I stay up too late watching Takeshi's Castle? Maybe. Maybe. You don't have any proof of that, though. I gotta figure out where I could watch the old Takeshi's Castle from the 80s. Here in the States, it was mostly rebroadcast as Most Excellent Challenge, which was heavily edited, and, like, they didn't one-to-one translate what people said for the dub, they just kind of made stuff up. Which is fun in its own right, like, nothing against the show, it's still fun. But I kind of want to experience the OG. Are these new, like, achievement pillars for the mod? Didn't realize they remade that. Yeah, like a new season. With continuity from the original show. Like, there are contestants on that are from, like, the 80s. Like, 34 years later. They're like, yep, I'm back to try again. It's like, oh god. I'm worried about this person's hip. Are they gonna be okay? But the new challenges and the returning old challenges are all phenomenal. But the best part is definitely the fact that, like, the people on the show are very aware of, like, how silly it all is, and make very good jokes about it. What is this? A grave? Someone's buried here? The redfish is real. The redfish is real. The redfish is real. The red... I've come here in search of the legendary redfish. I remember its name on the tip of my tongue. Something starting with H, yet I can't recall it. No matter, I'll name it after myself after I become the first to discover it. Then I'll never forget its name again. They had a grave robbing. That's my favorite new feature. If I had a bottle, this would have been very handy. That was an ambrosia bubble just floating around? Alright, let's remember there's a pool of ambrosia down there. We could bottle it up. We just gotta find any bottle. Empire Strikes Back style. I wish the teleporters were still down there. This is such a long walk. Alright, Connoisseur of Wands is pretty much straight down from where I am right about now. I'll make a new path this way where I flood the lava. This is some chill beats. Come on, come on. Alright. Got a little breathing hole. Now, I know the answer is almost certainly no, but has anyone tried Counter-Strike 2 yet? I wonder if my brother's tried yet. He loves Counter-Strike. When I was going in to start this up, to turn on Noita, the news, like, part of the library up at the top was specifically mentioning, like, Counter-Strike 2. I might have to poke it. Alright, this is gonna be a very dangerous thing. Counter-Strike is very much Valve, yes. Counter-Strike started as a mod for Half-Life. Okay, well, we made our bad decision. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, he's just following me now. How immune to explosion damage is the Connoisseur of Wands? Very, it seems. Very. Oh! Oh! Oh. Organa, hello there. It's just the new Counter-Strike Go. Well, I assume it would still be Counter-Strike. It seems to be launched in a terrible manner. Oh, see, now that's news. What's the terrible manner? Haha! Alright, what we got? Right? Ooh. Alright. Okie doke. This is handy dandy. This is the one I think is most expendable. I don't know why I'm taking the stuff out of it. "50% chance to duplicate the next cast." How's that work? Don't see a change on that. Oh, there we go. There was two of them there. And that actually applies the cooldown on there. That's less good. So far, Counter-Strike 2 is just a remaster of 1. Nothing new, it's just prettier. Interesting. Have you turned it on like you're in there right now checking it out? Can we... Kind of fun. Oh, I see. Okay. Just reading up on it, gotcha. Oh, look at that. Just for a frame it exists. Unimpressed with how that works. Can I, like, huck this on this one? Oh, I am, in fact, a creature. I am affected by that. No! I want to talk about it.
Move this man!
Just like, wait a minute. That's one way to die. Were people asking for Counter-Strike again? Like, Counter-Strike's always been consistently popular, which is why I'm kind of surprised at this Counter-Strike too. I liked it on the bubbly shotgun. It was good on the bubbly shotgun, wasn't it? It was good. Alright, well, we found plenty of new things, but there's still plenty more to find. I didn't have a chance to use some of the other new utility spells we found. Mass Drunk and Mass Wet. Anything you had transfer over to CS2? So it sounds like it's less of a sequel and more of a, like... We've upgraded Counter-Strike. Which, again, no problems there. I worked at an AR CSGO port. But, like... AR. That's interesting.